Base.
She suffered for 30 years with chronic sinus trouble. Now it's under control because of a new drug. Those details are ahead. A snapshot into the health of Queenslanders. The Pope back on his feet and baptising. And before weather, they can't be serious. Chicken salt donuts and tomato sauce flavoured milk. The best pranks catching out Aussies on April Fools. The Sunshine State has among the highest life expectancy in the world. A new report from the Chief Health Officer is giving us an insight into the well-being of Queenslanders. Rosanna Kingston explains.
The key takeaway is Queenslanders are living longer. Men are now living to nearly 81 years old, up from 76 2 decades ago. Women are also living nearly 3 years longer to 85 years old. Living longer brings an increased burden of chronic disease. The leading cause of death for women is dementia, while for men it's heart disease. Amongst First Nations Queenslanders, heart disease and diabetes has fallen, but the rate of suicide continues to rise. Risky drinking among adults is falling and daily smoking rates continues to fall, but the number of people vaping is increasing. In the past 2 years, 92% of Queensland adults were vaccinated against COVID-19. 80% of us are estimated to have been infected at least once.
Pope Francis looks to be bouncing back from a bout of bronchitis, paying a visit to fellow patients at the hospital in Rome where he's recovering. He took the time to baptise a baby in the neurosurgery ward and brought Easter treats and rosaries to sick children. The pontiff is due to be discharged within hours. There's relief tonight for thousands of Australians suffering from a debilitating and painful condition. The federal government will now fund what sufferers have dubbed a miracle drug and cutting-edge treatment for severe sinusitis at a fraction of the cost.
Robin Taylor's in her golden years, but she's healthier than she's been in decades.
At 72, I'm much better than I was at 50.
Finally free of the chronic sinusitis she's suffered for more than 30 years. An inflammatory disease of the airways, it caused polyps to develop in her nasal passages, leaving her in constant pain with headaches, blocked ears and a poor sense of smell.
Socially, emotionally, cognitively, my quality of life was more than halved.
Her suffering finally came to an end this year when she was prescribed Nucala, a once-a-month antibody injection that blocks the inflammatory process responsible for causing chronic sinusitis, helping to reduce the size of nasal polyps.
An enormous step forward in our ability to control the condition.
One which affects about 4,000 Australians a year, who until now really only had surgery as a treatment option, which often didn't work.
Now there's a brand new cutting-edge medicine that can really deal with this.
It's a magical drug, it's a miracle drug for me.
A drug that, at a cost of around $1,200 a shot, was out of reach for many sufferers. That was until today. The government has now listed Nucala on the pharmaceutical benefit scheme, bringing the cost down to just $30.
This drug for me has been a silver bullet.
Shooting down Robin's condition and giving new hope to thousands like her. Rob Scott, 7 News.